We welcome you to historic Dahlonega, Georgia for Game 3 of the three-game series between Georgia College and your North Georgia Nighthawks. And to give a little recap of the past 2 days, North Georgia falling in both games against the Bobcats on Friday and Saturday. North Georgia looking to pick up a final win of the regular season, as this will wrap up the regular season for the Nighthawks. And we want to welcome you up to the broadcast booth. I'm Devin Kupka. I'll be taking you guys alongside for today's third and final game of the regular season for the Nighthawks. And first off, let's go through the starting lineup and let's go through Georgia College's. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 2, Gabe Worth. Batting second and playing first base, number 3, Braden Smith. Playing right field, number 22, Brandon Bellflower. Cleaning up and playing third base, number 20, Matthew Mabane. Next up, playing left field, number 29, Evan Cowan. The designated hitter, number 19, Hank Noonan. Playing center field, number 3, Cam McInerney. Playing second base, number 8, Mason Poole. And catching, number 32, Brent Buford. And the starting pitcher for the Bobcats today, Jacob Ryan. The starting pitcher for the Nighthawks on the mound today is Daniel Courtney. It's a beautiful day here in Dahlonega. Temperatures sitting right at 70 degrees to start off this game. This is going to be the warmest game of the weekend. Georgia looks to pick up their first win of the series. This is the second time North Georgia has played Georgia College in a 3-game series this season. First one coming back in the last weekend of February, just 2 months ago. They went 1-2 in the series, dropping the first game, winning the second, and losing the third game of the series. All 3 of those games were in Milledgeville, Georgia. Wait the first pitch from Courtney, and we are underway. And immediately, Gabe Worth gets his first hit of the day. It's his second hit. That's his third hit of the weekend. Georgia College is already on base immediately. First inning of the game. Braden Smith this weekend, 3 for 10. In the hole for the Bobcats. Registered 3 hits on Friday. Smith hits a high fly ball into left center, and that one gets down. So now 2 runners on base. The Bobcats early in this one. Georgia College in both games this weekend been able to score combined 4 runs in the first inning. All coming from that high-powered offense of the Bobcats. Brandon Bellflower. Fly ball to Andrew Zopata. Making it the first out of the inning.
Number 20, Matthew Mabane.
Matthew McBain has had 8 at-bats this weekend with 3 hits. Georgia College has had 5 home runs against this Nighthawk team just this weekend alone. Gabe Worth was looking to potentially steal third. Gets back to second in time. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out in the top of the first. .3-0. Hit down on the ground towards Frost. The out made at first. But the runners on second and first do advance. So you got 2 outs, top of the first. North Georgia looking to... Nighthawks looking to leave the Bobcats scoreless in the top of the first for the first time all weekend.
Number 29, Evan Cowan.
Evan Cowan up to bat for the Bobcats. Pitch from Daniel Courtney right down the middle. Daniel Courtney, a 3.96 ERA on the season so far. Pitched 5 innings against Georgia College back on February 25th. Evan Cowan facing the 0-2. Pitch just upstairs from Daniel Courtney brings the first ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. In that game, Courtney, this one hit right over second base where the out is made at first, and North Georgia first time all weekend holding Georgia College without a run in the top of the first inning. We head to the bottom of the first, and we'll see what the North Georgia Bats have in store for us today. You're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. A scoreless top half of the inning. Mentioned Georgia College not able to score any runs at the top of the first all weekend. As we'll see what the Bats have in store for the Nighthawks today. Leadoff hitter Andrew Zapata up to bat. And let's go through the batting lineup for the Nighthawks. So leading off is Andrew Zapata, followed up by the freshman Noah Darden, who will serve as the DH role today. Then number 18, Philip Ard, he'll be over at first base. Number 9, Brady Skipper at second. Then Riley Frost will be at third. Then followed up by Edwin Bowman, playing right field today. Number 29, Jace Bowen, shortstop. Josh Sosa is going to be over in left field today. And then rounding out the batting order is number 33, Bryson Stripling, and he is catching. The starting pitcher for the Nighthawks, we saw on the top of the first, Daniel Courtney. So quickly, a 1-2 count for Opata. Opata launches that one out of play. We're going to stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's 3 for 9 this weekend against the Bobcats. Georgia yesterday scoring 7 runs, just not enough. Another rocket by Opata. But we stay at 1-2. Opata swings and he'll strike out. Bring us to the first out of the game, and here comes Noah Darden, freshman out of West Forsyth High School. Darden this weekend, 2 for 9. Pitch low from Jacob Ryan. So 2 balls, no strikes. Darden swings at the third pitch. Pitch from Ryan just outside. Jacob Ryan, a 5.61 ERA this season. Another low pitch from Ryan. Walk Darden to first. Philip Ard will be up to bat.
Number 18, Philip Ard.
Philip Ard, the redshirt sophomore out of Cochrane. Pitch to Ard, goes for a ball. Jacob Ryan on the mound for the Bobcats today. The senior out of Forsyth Central High School. This one hit high in the air and caught by the right fielder, Brendan Bellflower, for the second out of the inning.
Number 9, Brady Skipper.
Brady Skipper steps up to bat for the Nighthawks. No count to Skipper. And this one is fair. Right down on the third baseline. Darden will stop at third, and Brady Skipper will be over at second. So a double by Brady Skipper. With Georgia looking to repeat the first inning from yesterday's game Got two runners in scoring position.
Riley.
Riley Frost up to bat. Riley Frost went 2 for 2 yesterday. And 3 for 6 overall on the weekend. Darden at third. You have Brady Skipper at second. Two-one count for Riley Frost. Frost hits a ball out, and that one gets down. Darden comes home, and Brady Skipper comes home, and North Georgia takes a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first over Georgia College. That's something North Georgia needed after a rough weekend so far against the Bobcats.
Number 5, Edwin Bowman.
Nighthawks up 2-0 over Georgia College. Only the second time they've had a lead over GCSU this weekend. It's the first time Jacob Bryan is pitching against North Georgia in this 6th game of the regular season against the Nighthawks. 1-1. Frost swings at that third pitch. Pitch low from Ryan. 2-2. Someone hit right over in the direction of third base, and out number 3 is made. North Georgia, the first team to go up on the board in this third and final game of the 3-game series against Georgia College. We'll be back for the top of the second. You're watching UNG Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
We have a long tradition of athletics at the University of North Georgia. For the past 50 years, our athletic programs have been making a difference for our university. And today, I'm really excited to talk about how we will take that to the next level. When you think about elite athletics, you think about elite performance. Mary Rob, tell me what that means to you.
So elite performance at the University of North Georgia is unique because we have a value proposition unlike anybody else in this country, where we're able to perform at the highest level because of our connections with our Corps of Cadets and our College of Health Sciences and Professions, coupled with our professionals from coaches, athletic trainers, support staff in our Department of Athletics, where we're preparing our student athletes to battle on the field of competition, in the classroom, and in our community. We'll be elite in everything we do.
So today, we are really excited to announce our strategic bet, where we are going to deliver elite performance, elite competition, and the most value-adding Division II athletic program in America. Go Nighthawks.
Back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Courtney's first pitch of inning number 2 goes for a ball against the College's Hank Noonan. One ball, 2 strikes. fouled on the left third baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch low from Courtney for ball 2. Two. And Daniel Courtney gets his first strikeout of the day.
Number 3, Tim McGurney.
That one fouled back. Yo, 1, just outside from Courtney. McNary fouling this one back. Ball 2 strikes. Three for 9 this weekend. And Courtney, second consecutive strikeout.
Number 8, Mason Poole.
Bryan Properties is a commercial real estate brokerage firm serving Northeast Georgia. Located in nearby Cumming, Georgia, Bryan Properties specializes in commercial real estate along the Georgia 400 corridor. For more information on Bryan Properties, visit bryanproperties.com. Mason Poole up to bat for the Bobcats. Poole went 3 for 5 yesterday. Poole hits a deep ball into left field. And all the way back to the warning track is Josh Sosa to make the third out of the top of the second. We head to the bottom half of the frame. North Georgia leading this one 2-0 over the Georgia College Bobcats. Will be back right after this on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. River City Bank is here to make banking easy and convenient, serving Rome, Blairsville, and Dawsonville when it comes to meeting your financial needs. They won't settle for anything less than exceptional. To learn more, visit rivercitybank.com.
Number 29, Jace Bowen.
Jace Bowen up to bat for North Georgia. First pitch from Ryan to Bowen goes for a ball. Chase Bowen, a .229 batting average this season. Sophomore out of Claremont. Bowen hits a high fly ball into right field. Brandon Bellflower having to go all the way back to the warning track to catch that one. Brings us the first out, the bottom of the second.
Left fielder number 22,
Josh Sosa. Playing in the starting lineup for a better half of really the past month. Stepping in for the injured Jorge Arispero. Since Sosa's come along, he's been playing really well. Sosa, a high fly ball right over to the shortstop, Gabriel Worth. 2 outs. We reach to the bottom of the batting lineup, Bryson Stripling. One hit so far this weekend for Stripling. North Georgia looking to take the third and final game from Georgia College and avoid a sweep. First pitch from Ryan to Stripling. Strike one. Opada and Darden are up next. Seen this a couple times this weekend. Batters losing control of the bats. Stripling does so there. One ball, 2 strikes. Two. Stripling flies this one over to right field. Where out 3 is made. We head to the top of the third inning. You're watching UNG Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Awesome if you could buy your next vehicle without going to the dealership. Now you can with Beaver Direct. It's fast and really simple. Log into beavertoyotacumming.com, click on Beaver Direct, quietly shop from hundreds of vehicles, obtain a credit approval and trade appraisal in minutes.
Northeast Georgia Health System is a proud supporter of North Georgia Nighthawk Athletics.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Number to begin at the top of the third inning. Jitterbug Party Rentals is your trusted partner for inflatable and event rental needs. You can count on them for your wedding, birthday party, and such needs in North Georgia. To book your next event, visit jitterbuginflatables.com. We're getting ready to begin the top of the third inning, and we do have a final alert for the UNG softball team. They will be advancing to the Peach Belt Conference Softball Championship next weekend, which will take place right here in Dahlonega, Georgia. They were able to take down Flagler for a second time this weekend, beating them 9-0. We'll see them back in action this Friday right here in Dahlonega, Georgia. So Brent Burford up to bat for the Bobcats. You're just joining us, Devin Kupka. I'm Devin Kupka, and we're taking you alongside for this third final game of the 3-game series against Georgia College. This will be the last home and regular season game for the Nighthawks as they get ready for the Peach Belt Conference tournament, which starts next weekend. Daniel Courtney struck out 2 batters in the top of the second. He strike out his 3rd batter here. High fly ball to center. Opata comes up with the routine catch. You look around the Peach Belt Conference when we're talking about softball, we might have an upset potentially brewing in Columbus, Georgia. Georgia Southwestern up 9-4. They win that game. They'll probably have to go to a second game. That'll determine who North Georgia will be facing next weekend in the Peach Belt Conference softball tournament. 0-2 count. For Gabriel Worth, the leadoff hitter. Gabriel Worth, who's in the box right now, and Braden Smith, who's on deck. The only Bobcats to get a hit today. And, North Georgia making quick work of the Bobcats so far. Daniel Courtney, 3 strikeouts on the day so far. Looking to shut down Georgia College in this last home game of the season. Georgia College, there's one more game left. We're playing Newberry on Wednesday night down in Milledgeville. Right down the middle again for Courtney. Braden Smith fouls this one into the dugout of Bobcats. Braden Smith, the last Bobcat to get a hit. 1-2 from Courtney. It's going to be another foul. Two. Tipped right into the ground again. Two. Right over the head of Courtney. And Braden Smith stays perfect on the day, 2 for 2. College went through 9 straight batters, registering their 3rd hit of the day. So runner on base for the Bobcats. 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Nighthawks lead 2-0. Pitch bouncing off the glove of Stripling. Pitch once again bouncing off the glove of Stripling. It's a second and 3 pitches. Courtney, that's happened. Bellflower hits a deep ball into left field. Sosa having to go to the warning track, and he makes the routine catch to bring an end the top of the third. We head to the bottom half of the frame, and you're watching North Georgia baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Bottom of the third inning here at Bob Stein Stadium. North Georgia will start the bottom of the third with the top of their lineup and Andrews Opata. Opata, Darden, and Ard will all hit in the bottom of the third. Beautiful day here in Dahlonega. Nighthawks up 2-0. Only their second lead over the Bobcats this weekend. Opata get that one over to the shortstop, and he gets to first on time. And Opata registering his first hit of the day. Opata now has a hit each of the 3 games against Georgia College today. Darting up to bat. First pitch from Ryan to Darden, a strike. Darden fouls this one back. No balls, 2 strikes. Darden, one of 2 Nighthawks. Darden was walked in the top of the first, but Riley Frost able to bring Darden home, where North Georgia has a 2-0 lead. Darden, 3-time Peach Belt Freshman of the Week this year. He's come on and made an instant impact for the Nighthawks this season. One, two. Just outside from Ryan. Low from Ryan, and Opata will take second. Darden facing a full count, no outs. Opata on second. Nighthawks looking to add on to their run total and take their largest lead of the weekend. Opata bouncing this one, or Darden bouncing this one, and nobody able to get control of the ball. And North Georgia runners on the corners. Andrews Opata at third and Noah Darden at at first.
Number 18, Philip Ard.
Philip Ard looking to register his third straight hit against Georgia College this weekend. Pitch right down the middle to Ard. Quickly an 0-2 count. No outs in the bottom of the third. Andrew Zapata at third. Noah Darden at first. Ard hits this one right over on the third baseline. Darden out at second and Ard out at first. The double play made, but Andrew Zapata able to come home for the Nighthawks to put them up 3 runs over Georgia College. Skipper fouls this one back. Quickly an 0-2 count for Brady Skipper. Two outs in the bottom of the third. Two. Now full count. Skipper hitting that one all the way back, and that one's out of here. Brady Skipper, a solo home run, puts the Nighthawks out 4-0 over Georgia College. And how about that? Nighthawks on fire early to start this one. Nighthawks scoring 4 runs within the first 3 innings today. Something that was much needed for the Nighthawks, losing the last 2 games to Georgia College. Tips this one into the ground. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Solo home run from Brady Skipper. Two. Be another foul ball. It's 40th home run by the Nighthawks this season. Skipper lining this one out to left field. And where Evan Cowan makes the final out of the third inning, we head to the top of the fourth inning right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. North Georgia jumping out to a 4-0 lead over Georgia College. We'll be back right after this. Walden & Company Realty is dedicated to serving you with all your real estate needs. Their team of professionals will help you with everything from transaction coordination to marketing and representing you as a buyer or seller. They have a goal of making your transaction run as smoothly as possible. For more information, visit waldenco.com. Top of the fourth we go here in Dahlonega. Matthew McBain up to bat for the Bobcats. If you're just joining us, North Georgia able to get off to a 4-0 lead. Plata comes from center field to catch the first out at the top of the fourth. North Georgia making quick work of the Bobcats for the most part in this game. Bobcats had 2 runners on base in the top of the first, but nothing came of it. And then in the bottom of the first, Riley Frost. And another out made. North Georgia, 2 outs. Here at the top of the fourth. North Georgia defensively looking the most solid they've looked all weekend long. Only 3 hits for the Bobcats, nothing to show for. 5 hits from the Nighthawks and 4 runs. Daniel Courtney so far, 3 strikeouts today. And has yet to walk a batter. Two of those hits from the Bobcats came in the top of the first. And they were able to get a hit in the top of the third, but otherwise it's been all North Georgia today. So if you're just joining us in the first inning, so Brady Skipper doubled. Allowed Noah Darden to get the third. And Riley Frost singled, and that's how North Georgia went out for a 2-0 lead to begin the game. And the second inning went scoreless. And then the bottom of the third, you had Noah Darden was able to pick up a hit for the Nighthawks. Foul back, still 2-2 count, or 3-2 count, excuse me. Philip Ard was able to bring Darden home, but Ard was a double, what ended up being a double play. They were able to get a run, and then Brady Skipper hitting that solo home run. This hit right up the middle, and North Georgia makes the easy third out of the top of the fourth. That means we're heading to the bottom of the fourth. You're watching UNG baseball right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
My name is Lana Titterina, and UNG is where I lead. I chose UNG because of the tennis program and how much the tennis program has achieved in the past. And I wanted to be a part of building a good team. But also the campus is very beautiful, the location. It has the new business building that I really like. And when I did my research, I really liked Dahlonega in Georgia. So one of the biggest challenges that I faced was coming here and not knowing anyone. I didn't know how the culture was and how to really approach people. And being new and not knowing anyone can be tough in the beginning. So you have to really put yourself out there and make connections, talk to people. So that's where I feel like I've grown a lot, and I've gotten to know a lot of people here, and that has helped my experience. My advice for international students would be just go for it. It may be tough in the beginning, but it's all going to be worth it at the end. You're going to meet amazing people. It's really fun, and you get a very good degree.
Back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network, bottom of the fourth inning. Devin Kupka and the entire Nighthawk Sports Network crew. Edwin Bowman up to bat for North Georgia. And you just saw there advertisement featuring one of our UNG women's tennis players. And they're down in Columbus, Georgia today, playing the Peach Belt Conference Championship match as they were taking on Flagler this morning in North Georgia. Women's tennis, Peach Belt champions. As we know, we mentioned earlier, it's now as Jace Bowen up to bat. As mentioned earlier, North Georgia softball picking up the 9-0 win over Flagler, which will advance them to the Peach Belt Conference Championship. We'll be here in Dahlonega on Friday. Specific time to be released later this week. Bowen flying this one out into center field. Gets his first hit of the day. Sixth hit for the Nighthawks today.
Number 22, Josh Sosa.
8 hits on Friday, 14 hits yesterday. Josh Sosa, starting to mention it earlier, came in for Jorge Arizpuro at the beginning of the month and has been reinserted into the starting lineup and has done quite well, including winning the Peach Belt Baseball Player of the Week award going into this weekend. It's good to see Sosa back out there in the lineup and making an impact. Pitch outside from Ryan. Only one batter walked in this whole game so far between both teams. Josh Sosa hitting a rocket out into left field, and it's gone! Josh Sosa, a 2-run home run for the Nighthawks. Nighthawks up 6-0 over the Bobcats. That Nighthawk home run was built by strength from our partners at the Dahlonega Fitness Center. North Georgia taking it to the Bobcats today. What North Georgia is looking for, a much-needed win in the third and final game of this series. the second home run by North Georgia today. So 1-1 count to Stripling. Looks like Georgia College has a pitchers warming up in their bullpen. Pitcher walking out there now. It's 2-2. Right down the middle. Jacob Ryan recording his second strikeout of the day. And we're right back up at the top of the batting lineup. Andrew Zapata, 1 for 2 today. Zapata, fly ball into left shallow field, and that's caught for out 3. Josh Sosa, a 2-run home run, puts the Nighthawks up 6-0 over the Georgia College Bobcats. We'll be back for the top of the 5th right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I need to try it first.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby. Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. With 6 locations across Northeast Georgia, Howard Brothers Outdoor Power Equipment and Hardware is trusted by both professional landscapers and residential homeowners for all their outdoor equipment needs. To learn more about the family-owned business that keeps Georgia green, visit howardbrothers.com. Back with you here in the top of the 5th inning. North Georgia taking it to Georgia College 6-0. It's their biggest lead over them all weekend. Nighthawks making very quick work in the top half of the frames of the Bobcats. Daniel Courtney, 3 strikeouts on the day, has yet to walk a batter. Cam McNary files this one right into right field, picking up Georgia College's first hit since the 3rd inning. Mason Poole is up to bat. Mason Poole 0 for 1 today. Pickoff attempt at first. Another one again. Bobcats trying to make something happen. So Bobcats got a runner on first. One count to Mason Poole, and that one gets down in left field. Sosa juggling that one, and now Bobcats have 2 runners on base, no outs in the top of the 5th. And Tom Cantrell going out to the mound to have a meeting with Daniel Courtney. No pitchers warming up in the bullpen for the Nighthawks. But 2 consecutive hits in the top of the 4th. It's the most amount of hits Georgia College has had since the first inning. Normally this season when Tom goes out to the mound, the visits work. So Nighthawks are up 6-0 over the Bobcats. A high fly ball hit by Brent Buford, and that one is all the way back towards the warning track, and 2 runs are going to easily score for the Bobcats. North Georgia's lead cut down to 4. Is Gabriel Worth right up to the top of the batting lineup. So Bobcats have a runner on second. Still no outs in the top of the 5th. Gabriel Worth looking for his first hit since the first inning. Worth swings at the second pitch. So 2-1 count from Courtney. North Georgia now has pitchers warming up in the bullpen. Looks like we have Dylan Noche and Reed Howard warming up. One hit right over the direction towards between first and second. And the first out is made of the inning. Brent Burford is at third. Braden Smith, 2 for 2 on the day. Looking to stay perfect and cut North Georgia's lead to 3 or less. One goes foul. The 0-1 from Courtney. That one hit right up the middle by Braden Smith. And North Georgia's lead cut down to 3, and Smith will easily get to second base as Brent Burford comes home for the Bobcats, and now it's a 6-3 ball game. We have one out in the top of the 5th. You got to wonder how much longer till Tom Cantrell comes out to the mound. Bellflower, a high fly ball out to right field. Evan Bowen makes the catch for out 2.
Number 20, Matthew Mabane.
Matthew Mabane 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out today. Mabane yesterday had 3 hits and 4 at-bats. But nothing to show so far in this one. Swings at the second pitch from Courtney. Two one count. Braden Smith on third. Three balls, 1 strike. I guess for a strike 2 now we're at full count. Daniel Courtney and the Nighthawks looking to get out of a pinch. Going into the 9th yesterday, North Georgia had a 7-6 lead for Georgia College, but then in the top of the 9th, Georgia College scoring 3 runs to propel them to take the series from the Nighthawks. Fouled back. Fouled into the ground, so Matthew Mabane surviving at the plate. Being able to get a base hit. Braden Smith will come home, and it'll be a 2-run game, and he does just that. Braden Smith comes home, and Matthew Mabane gets his first hit of the day. Now Nighthawks only up by 2. It's Evan Cowan up to bat. He's also looking for his first hit of the day as well. Pitchers continuing to warm up in the bullpen for North Georgia. And this is Riley Fraught. Jace Bowen made the excellent catch at short. That brings an end to a 4-run inning by Georgia College. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching UNG Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Back with you here on the Nighthawks Sports Network, the bottom of the 5th inning. Noah Darden up to bat for the Nighthawks. Fouls that one back. You're just joining us. We're going to be tuned out after the 4th inning. Georgia College scoring 4 runs to bring it within 2 of the Nighthawks. And Darden will be out at first. Philip Art up to bat for Nighthawks. So Georgia College. Burford doubled. Scoring 2 Georgia College runners. Followed up by a double by Braden Smith. Made it a 3-1 ball game. And then a one all the way bar deep, almost towards the warning track, where Evan Cowan had to make the catch for out number 2. It's Brady Skipper up to bat. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Georgia's looking for a much-needed hit here. Brady Skipper in his last at-bat hit that home run. Quickly an 0-2 count for Skipper. Skipper hitting a bomb out into right field, where catch will be made by Brandon Bellflower, and that brings a quick end to the bottom of the 5th inning. We head to the top of the 6th. You're watching UNG Baseball here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
My wife's family is full of medical professionals, including lots of nurses. The more they talk to me about nursing, the more I realize there are so many different opportunities within the field of nursing. You can constantly continue growing, continue learning, which was something that really drew me to it. I was really attracted to the accelerated program at UNG for a couple of reasons. One, I heard that UNG, like everything I've heard about UNG's nursing program is incredible. I have a couple of friends who have been through it in recent years and had just spoke very highly of it. Just everything I've seen online, spoken about it, it's just a very reputable program. So UNG was already a pretty clear choice for me. And then seeing the opportunity to do an accelerated program, it was kind of a no-brainer. Honestly, I get to graduate earlier, and one of the things that appealed to me the most, actually, was that most of our clinical rotations are at Northeast Georgia Medical Center. I am really thankful for the faculty that are specifically dedicated to the ABSN program here. This faculty, they really want to see us succeed in this program and be the best nurses we can possibly be.
Chick-fil-A of Dahlonega is the presenting sponsor of the Nighthawk of the Week program. If you're looking for great food nearby, it is Chick-fil-A's pleasure to serve you. North Georgia does indeed make a Wendy's call to the bullpen. Now pitching for the Nighthawks is number 13, Reed Howard. Today's call to the bullpen is presented by Wendy's, located at 88 Pine Tree Way in Dahlonega. Reed Howard actually did pitch against Georgia College back on February 25th this year. Didn't pitch a full inning and allowed him 1 hit in that game against the Bobcats just 2 months ago. So we'll see if Reed Howard is going to be able to put away the Bobcats today. So North Georgia's looking to pick up a series win over their first series win over the Bobcats. They've lost the last 2 games. Hank Noonan up to bat for Georgia College. First pitch from Howard is on the outside. 2 straight balls from Howard to start off his day on the mound. And Hank gets this one into right field, and Noonan gets his first hit of the day. Seven out of the 9 batters for Georgia College able to register hits, most of them coming in the past inning. McInerney hitting a high fly ball. Josh Sosa going towards the warning track. Comes up a little bit to make out one. Top of the 6th. For a while there, the first 4 innings, the Nighthawks and Daniel Courtney able to make quick work of the Bobcats. It's only 3 hits through the first 4 innings. Now the Bobcats are at 9 hits. 6 of them all coming within the past inning. Mason Poole 1 for 2. One ball, 1 strike. Reed Howard, the redshirt junior out of Cumming, Georgia, played at Lambert High School. Second consecutive ball thrown by Howard. Two one. Try and pick off. Hank Noonan at first. Pitch way outside from Reed Howard. Reed Howard only making, really towards now we're at the end of the regular season, making a flurry of appearances. Hasn't pitched more than 2 innings this season. And Howard will walk Mason Poole to first, so now 2 runners on base for the Bobcats. And Tom Cantrell quickly going out to a meeting at the mound. Talk things over. See if a pitching change happens. And it looks like it will. And we will have that new pitcher for you right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network right after this commercial break.
My name is Lana Titarina, and UNG is where I lead. I chose UNG because of the tennis program and how much the tennis program has achieved in the past. And I wanted to be a part of building a good team. But also the campus is very beautiful, the location. It has the new business building that I really like, and when I did my research I really liked Dahlonega in Georgia. So one of the biggest challenges that I faced was coming here and not knowing anyone. I didn't know how the culture was and how to really approach people. And being new and not knowing anyone can be tough in the beginning. So you have to really put yourself out there and make connections, talk to people, So that's where I feel like I've grown a lot, and I've gotten to know a lot of people here, and that has helped my experience. My advice for international students would be just go for it. It may be tough in the beginning, but it's all going to be worth it at the end. You're going to meet amazing people. It's really fun, and you get a very good degree.
North Georgia has made a Wendy's call to the bullpen. Now pitching for the Nighthawks is number 10, Matthew Hurd. Today's call to the bullpen is presented by Wendy's, located at 88 Pine Tree Way in Dahlonega. So Nighthawks going to their third pitcher of the day, looking to stifle Georgia College, who has started to come close within North Georgia's lead, getting within 2, 1 out in the top of the 6th. 2 runners on base. If you heard, has pitched against the Bobcats this season in that 3-game series that they had back in February. Wild pitch from Matthew Hurd. Advances the runners to third and second. Certainly not something you want to see from the very first pitch from the new pitcher that enters the game. That one right down the middle from Hurd. Strikeout is much needed here for the Nighthawks. That one into the ground. Pitchers warming up already in the bullpen for the Nighthawks. That one low. It's 3 out of the first 4 pitches thrown by Matthew Hurd have been balls. Don't want to load the bases here. Three-one right down the middle now, full count. Nighthawks have lost 3 consecutive games against the Bobcats, looking to end that here, and Hurd will load the bases. His pitching has been somewhat of what North Georgia's Achilles heel has been this weekend. And Gabriel Wirth, the leadoff hitter, up to bat with the bases loaded in the top of the 6th. 1 out on the board. And Wirth, it's a high fly ball into right field, and that one is out of here. Gabriel Wirth hits a grand slam for Georgia College, and the Bobcats take their first lead of the game, 8-6 over the Nighthawks. And Tom Cantrell going to go out to the mound to talk to Hurd and most likely see a pitching change. And it is, in fact, the end of the day for Matthew Hurd. And we'll take a quick commercial break right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network for a Wendy's call to the bullpen. Georgia College leading 8-6, and we'll have that new picture for you right after this.
My wife's family is full of medical professionals, including lots of nurses. The more they talk to me about nursing, the more I realize there are so many different opportunities within the field of nursing. You can constantly continue growing, continue learning, which was something that really drew me to it. I was really attracted to the accelerated program at UNG for a couple reasons. One, I heard that UNG, like everything I've heard about UNG's nursing program is incredible. I have a couple friends who have been through it in recent years and just spoke very highly of it. Just everything I've seen online, spoken about it, it's just a very reputable program. So UNG was already a pretty clear choice for me. And then seeing the opportunity to do an accelerated program, it was kind of a no-brainer. Honestly, I get to graduate earlier, and one of the things that appealed to me the most, actually, was that most of our clinical rotations are at Northeast Georgia Medical Center. I am really thankful for the faculty that are specifically dedicated to the ABSN program here. This faculty, they really want to see us succeed in this program and be the best nurses we can possibly be.
Back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network in North Georgia, making another Wendy's call to the bullpen. Now pitching for the Nighthawks is number 20, Connor Harris. This call to the bullpen is presented by Wendy's, located at 88 Pine Tree Way in Dahlonega. North Georgia looking to put an end to Georgia College's run here, as they've allowed 8 straight runs from the Bobcats. Nighthawks are up 6-0 now. Bobcats up 8-6 over North Georgia. First pitch from Connor Harris goes for a ball. Connor Harris did pitch against Georgia College back in February. 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, struck out 2 batters. And Connor Harris opening this one with 2 straight balls. North Georgia looking desperately to get out of this inning. Braden Smith up to bat. For the Bobcats. He's 3 for 3 on the lineup today. Tips this one back. It's going to be a full count. Two previous pitching appearances for Connor Harris. He struck out at least one batter. Looking for one here. And he gets it. Third straight game with a strikeout from Connor Harris.
Number 22,
2 outs in the top of the 6th of a back-to-back 4-run inning for the Bobcats. Now one rocketed right over the first base line. Out 3 made at the base, and North Georgia will be heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bobcats take an 8-6 lead over the Nighthawks, and we'll see what the Bats have in store for North Georgia. You're watching UNG Baseball right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate,
and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Back with you here on the Nighthawks Sports Network. Georgia College taking an 8-6 lead over the Nighthawks. North Georgia led as much as 6-0 in this game, but it's been all Georgia College in the last 2 innings. Nighthawks looking to make something happen. Riley Frost up to bat. Quickly to account for Frost. Jacob Ryan still on the mound for the Bobcats. Two count for Riley Frost. Nighthawks down by 2. Frost hit a bomb out into right center, and he's going to easily get to second base, and a much-needed double from the Nighthawks and Riley Frost. Bowman up the bat. One of 3 Nighthawks without a hit today. Looking for his first so far in the game. Bowman went 2 for 4 yesterday. And now there'll be a meeting at the mound for Georgia College's pitcher, Jacob Ryan. It looks like they will be making a pitching change, and we'll have that new pitcher right after this commercial break right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Bobcats making their first pitching change of the day. They're going with number 25, Christian Donaldson. Donaldson so far on the season, 4.32 ERA. In fact, did pitch in the second game against North Georgia this season back in February. Allowed 1 hit and a run, walked 1 batter in that appearance against the Nighthawks. Currently up 2 runs. They've scored 8 consecutive runs. Riley Frost currently at second for the Nighthawks. They look to pull back out in front in this one or tie it up. Down by 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Evan Bowman going to be up to bat. Struck out and grounded out so far in this one. Bowman over at right field today. So no outs. The bottom of the 6th. 4 out of the next 5 batters for the Nighthawks. All Nighthawks have all had hits today. First pitch from Donaldson goes for a strike. Riley Frost at second. Just off the tip of the bat of Bowman. Pitch outside from Donaldson for the first ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs in the bottom of the 6th. Riley Frost at second for North Georgia. Trailing by 2. Bowman hits a laser foul. Stay at a 1-2. Another foul by Bowman. Another foul by Bowman. Georgia scored 7 runs yesterday, 1 run on Friday. Played West Georgia on Tuesday, won 12-10 in that matchup. And Bowman strikes out for a 3rd time today. Big out for Georgia College to pick up. Nighthawks are looking to add some runs to the board. Chase Bowen up to bat for Nighthawks, 1 for 2. First pitch to Bowen goes for strike. One out, bottom of the 6th. Bowen fouls that one away. Go 2. And that one right up over the middle. And now North Georgia runners on the corners. Big at bat for Jace Bowman to pick up his 2nd hit of the day. Josh Sosa hit that 2-run home run earlier in the game. Runners on the corners, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. North Georgia Looking to crawl back into this one. That pitch nearly almost hits Sosa. Donaldson, the 1-0. Gets Sosa to swing at the second pitch. One to Sosa. Sosa swings again. One out, the bottom of the sixth. Riley Frost at third. Chase Bowman at first. Bowman's going to be caught stealing the bases. He's trying to run to second, and he eventually gets tagged by Braden Smith, which will be the second out. Tell Tom Cantrell not too happy. So now there's 2 outs. Runner on third. Sosa did hit a 2-run home run earlier in this game. Would tie things at 8. Sosa launching this one into left field, but going to be caught by Evan Cowan, and that'll bring an end to the bottom of the 6th. North Georgia trailing by 2. Bobcats up 8-6. Be back with the top of the 7th right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Like, what's up, gang? Can't stop me now. Come on, say what's up, danger.
Hollister back to Davis. She throws to first. North Georgia, you are the national champions.
Top of the 7th here on Nighthawk Sports Network. North Georgia trailing by 2 runs. For 40 years, Chattahoochee Group has offered a wide variety of services to include landscape maintenance, construction, streetscaping, concrete, site work, and much more. Visit chatgroupinc.com to learn more. As we mentioned earlier, North Georgia trailing by 2 runs. Georgia College scoring 8 straight runs in the past 2 innings. Propelled them to have a 2-run lead over the Nighthawks. See what they can do here. Connor Harris still on the mound for the Nighthawks. That one hit right on the third base line, ruled fair. And Matthew McBain able to get to first on time.
Number 29, Evan Cowan.
Looked like Riley Frost was a little slow to react to it. So now, 11th hit of the day for Georgia College, and a runner on base early on. Starting to look like a repeat of previous inning. First pitch from Harris to Cowan goes for a strike. Cowan only one of two Bobcats not to get a hit today. Foul back. No balls, 2 strikes. Got 5 hits this weekend. Well, uncharacteristic. High fly ball. And Jace Bowen able to make the easy first out. Nighthawks looking to make quick work, which is something they were able to do the first 4 innings of this game. Off to a little bit of a shaky start in the top of the first. He had runners on third and second, but able to work their way out of that one. And then for a while, it was just all North Georgia. And Georgia College has completely taken over the game in the past 2 innings. Georgia College still has one more regular season game to go after today. It'll be a non-Peach Belt matchup against Newberry at home at Milledgeville at 5 p.m. North Georgia's regular season ends after today, so as they get ready for the Peach Belt Conference tournament next weekend. Speaking of Peach Belt Conference tournament, the softball tournament, North Georgia softball picking up the 9-0 win over Flagler, which advances them to the Peach Belt Conference Championship next weekend. You can catch all that action on the Peach Belt Sports Network and right here in Dahlonega as the Nighthawks will be hosting Peach Belt Conference Softball Championship. 1-1, fouled back. So 2-2 count from Connor Harris. Hank Noonan, 1 for 3. 2-2. Fouled again. Two from Harris. Outside, full count. Top of the 7th. And Matthew Mabane going to take off for second, gets there. But Harris able to strike out Hank Noonan at the plate. So 2 outs, the top of the 7th. North Georgia looking to allow no runs since the 4th inning. Cam McNearney up to bat. McNerney launching one out into left field, and another run will score for the Bobcats. As Matthew Mabane comes home. And now Georgia College up 3 runs over the Nighthawks, making it 9 consecutive runs from Georgia College.
Number 8, Mason Poole.
Mason Poole up to bat. Going into the 4th inning, as McNary tries and steals second, but doesn't get there, and North Georgia gets out of this one, but allowing another run for Georgia College. Georgia College takes a 9-6 lead over the Nighthawks. We'll see what the Bats have in store for North Georgia in the bottom of the 8th. You're watching UNG Baseball right here on the Nighthawks Sports Network. Bottom of the 7th inning. Here in Dahlonega, it's been a beautiful day so far. Temperatures in the lower 70s. And I was looking to pull a comeback after Bobcats have scored 9 straight runs. Only had 3 hits going into the 5th inning. Ripped off 9 straight hits, 9 straight runs. Christian Donaldson returns his pitcher on the mound. Bryson Stripling rounding out the batting order, so get to see Opada. We'll get to see Bryson Stripling, Andrews Opada, and Noah Darden all hit this inning. North Georgia looking for something to happen in their final regular season game, in the first pitch from Donaldson will hit Stripling, and he'll walk to first.
Number 28, Andrews Opada.
Opada 1 for 3 today. Runner on first, Bryson Stripling, no outs in the bottom of the 7th. Out of fouling that one back. 1-1 count. Pata filing this one into left field, and Nighthawks have 2 runners on base. No outs in the bottom of the 7th. Noah Darden 1 for 2. Seen Darden in clutch moments this season. Be nice to see Darden knock in a run here. Much needed one as North Georgia 9 consecutive runs by Georgia College. First pitch to Darden goes for a ball. Bobcats have 2 pitchers warming up in the bullpen. Christian Donaldson coming in last inning to relieve the starting pitcher. It looks like there's going to be a visit at the mound for Christian Donaldson. We'll see if the Bobcats make any pitching changes. And it looks like they will make a pitching change, and we'll have that new pitcher who's on the mound for the Bobcats right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network after this commercial break.
My name is Lana Titerina, and UNG is where I lead. I chose UNG because of the tennis program and how much the tennis program has achieved in the past, and I wanted to be a part of building a good team, but also the campus is very beautiful, the location. It has the new business building that I really like, and when I did my research, I really liked Dahlonega in Georgia. So one of the biggest challenges that I faced was coming here and not knowing anyone. I didn't know how the culture was and how to really approach people. And being new and not knowing anyone can be tough in the beginning, so you have to really put yourself out there and make connections, talk to people. So that's where I feel like I've grown a lot, and I've gotten to know a lot of people here, and that has helped my experience. My advice for international students would be just go for it. It may be tough in the beginning, but it's all going to be worth it at the end. You're going to meet amazing people. It's really fun, and you get a very good degree.
Back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network in the bottom of the 7th inning. Georgia College elects to change who is pitching at the mound. They go with the right-handed pitcher, sophomore out of Powder Springs, Georgia. Number 21, John Raines. John Raines has actually pitched 3 times already against this North Georgia squad. Pitched an inning yesterday, and pitched 7 innings earlier in the season in that 3-game series. Pitched 3 games on that first game this year. Only allowed 3 hits, struck out 6 batters in his first game against the Nighthawks, and then pitched on that Sunday, that 3rd game of the 3-game series. Just a little over 4 innings, 1 hit, 9 strikeouts. That was one of his, actually, against North Georgia, was one of his best performances of the season. Because since then, he's only gotten to, the highest he's gotten to is 12 strikeouts, but really hasn't gotten more than 2 or 3 strikeouts since then, whenever appearing. So now, bases loaded for the Nighthawks. Big opportunity for them. Philip Bard's up to bat for North Georgia. Big opportunity, no outs. John Raines hasn't allowed a hit in the last 2 pitching appearances. He's had North Georgia and then a very tough team in North Greenville earlier last week. Philip Ard this season, a .343 batting average. That ball lands right in the grandstands. Philip Ard, a team-leading 11 home runs. It'd be really nice to see one here. It's a grand slam. Put the North Georgia Nighthawks up by 1. The bottom of the 7th. Pitch high from Raines. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. No outs. Ard hitting this one right over to Gabriel Worth. And the double play is made. The Nighthawk able to advance a runner home. So North Georgia back within 2. A 9-7 game. So Opata at third. One count now, all of a sudden 2 outs, looking like a great opportunity. Georgia College making that big, crucial double play, only allowing a run. Skipper quickly, 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the Skipper. That's this one foul. Fouls this one into the ground. Still a 1-2 count. Two, and Skipper will strike out. North Georgia able to get a run, pull within 2 of Georgia College, ending the 9 run in a row by the Bobcats, and we're going to take you to the top of the 8th right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Bobcats up 9-7 as we head to the top of the 8th right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I got an ROTC scholarship in North Georgia because of a mentor named Colonel Phil Baker, who was an Airborne Ranger.
You see, our strategy is not transactional. Our strategy is transformational. That's why we are partnering with the biggest and the brightest minds in America to tell our story. Because over the next several years, we're going to build the Corps of the future. A Corps of cadets that America has never seen before. And we're going to serve veterans on all of our campuses like never before.
Top of the 8th inning here. Mason Poole up to bat for the Georgia College Bobcats. It's 1 for 2 today. Connor Harris still on the mound for North Georgia. Poole hitting a high fly ball into right shallow field. Edwin Bowman making the catch for the first out of the 8th.
Number 32, Brent Buford.
Brent Buford. First pitch from Harris goes for a ball. Nighthawks looking to pick up their first win against Georgia College since February. Historically, a series, North Georgia not in the winningest column, 25-36 all-time against Georgia College. Did have a few years ago, did have a 4-game winning streak against the Bobcats from March 25th of 2022 through March 31st of last year. Three balls, one strike. Is that one? And Brent Burford able to find the gap. I think another base hit for Bobcats. It's Gabriel Worth up to bat, the leadoff hitter. Georgia trying to make quick work as they did earlier in the game, which has really hurt them in the past 3 innings. Georgia College scoring 9 runs in the last 3. And Josh Sosa able to come up with a good catch. Bring us to out 2.
Number 33, Brandon Smith.
Braden Smith, nearly perfect, 3 for 4. One count to Braden Smith. This is North Georgia's last home game of the season and last game of the regular season as well. Going to be going on the road for the Peach Belt Conference tournament. This one filed right over to Brady Skipper, makes the quick out for out number 3, and we head to the bottom of the 8th. We'll see what the Bats have in store for the Nighthawks. You're watching UNG Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better. For their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Rains Grading and Hauling is a leader in commercial and residential grading and asphalt paving and is a proud supporter of North Georgia baseball. Bottom of the 8th inning, North Georgia able to hold Georgia College without a run in the top of the 8th inning for the first time since the 4th inning of the game. Waiting for John Rains to finish up his warming up pitches as he gets ready to face Riley Frost.
Number 23, Riley Frost.
First pitch to Frost goes for a strike. Quickly an 0-2 count. Frost 2 for 3 today. And Riley Frost will strike out. Evan Bowman looking for his first hit of the day, 0 for 3. Struck out twice so far in this matchup. So 2-1 count to Bowman. As mentioned, still looking for his first hit. In a tough 3-game series for the Nighthawks. Still looking to pick up their first win. Currently trailing by 2. Been against a tough Georgia College team. And let's look through the Peach Belt Conference standings. Landers in first, 20-6 record in the Peach Belt. Bowman hits this one over the shortstop, out to Made. Lander, 20-6 overall, first in the Peach Belt. Georgia College, 18-8. They win this game, they'll lock up the second seed at 19-8 if they win, but currently sitting 18-8 second. Third is Georgia Southwestern at 16-10. Fourth, Columbus State, 15-10. And then fifth, Flagler, 15-11, and North Georgia sitting in the 6th position at 13-10. If things hold, North Georgia most likely going to be going to Georgia College next weekend on the road in the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Good chance to see these two face off against each other. North Georgia having a lot of success early on in the season, being as ranked as high as 15th in the nation. Then some changes on the lineup came, injuries as well. Georgia having to face with a lot of adversity since the mid-season point. Three 3-1 count to Jace Bowen, and Bowen will walk to first. The second batter that John Rains has walked. Got a few pitchers warming up in the bullpen for Georgia College. Josh Sosa hit that 2-run home run earlier in the game. Propelled North Georgia to a 6-0 lead. The script has completely flipped later in this one. High fly ball by Sosa right over in the area of Braden Smith, and he makes the catch for out 3. One more inning to go. We'll see what both teams have in store for us in the 9th. We'll be back right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
We have a long tradition of athletics at the University of North Georgia. For the past 50 years, our athletic programs have been making a difference for our university. And today, I'm really excited to talk about how we will take that to the next level. When you think about elite athletics, you think about elite performance. Mary Rob, tell me what that means to you.
So elite performance at the University of North Georgia is unique because we have a value proposition unlike anybody else in this country, where we're able to perform at the highest level because of our connections with our Corps of Cadets and our College of Health Sciences and Professions, coupled with our professionals from coaches, athletic trainers, support staff, and our Department of Athletics, where we're preparing our student athletes to battle on the field of competition, in the classroom, and in our community. We'll be elite in everything we do.
So today, we are really excited to announce our strategic bet, where we are going to deliver elite performance, elite competition, and the most value-adding Division II athletic program in America. Go Nighthawks.
Back with you here in the top of the 9th inning. Connor Harris still on the mound for the Nighthawks. North Georgia looking to repeat last inning, not allowing any runs. It's first inning since the 4th. Georgia College didn't score anything. So Brandon Bellflower up to bat for the Bobcats, 0 for 4. Looking for his first hit today. First pitch from Harris goes for a strike. Lands in left foul territory. Sosa not able to get there on time. Really a beautiful day in Dahlonega today for some baseball. Connor Harris will strike out Brandon Bellflower, and he'll be 0 for 5 today. It's Connor Harris's 3rd strikeout on the mound. One out. Strike thrown by Harris. Nighthawks down by 2 runs. See if they can work some magic in the bottom of the 9th. First, they take care of business in the top half of the frame. Another strike thrown to Matthew Mabane. Two balls, 2 strikes. And a second consecutive strikeout by Connor Harris. 2 outs, top of the 9th. North Georgia needs to shut out one more batter. We head to the bottom of the 9th.
Number 29, Evan Cowan.
One 0. Rockets this one foul. McCowan, another batter. Only one of 2 batters. McCowan and Brendan Bellflower without a hit today. The Bobcats. 4 Bobcats today with multiple hits on the day. Pitch low from Harris for ball 3. Three one. Just outside, and Evan Cowan will walk to first. And Tom Cantrell immediately going to go out to the mound. And we'll see what happens, see if the Nighthawks make a pitching change. And they will. And we will have that pitching change for you right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Back with you here on the Nighthawks Sports Network. North Georgia making a Wendy call to the bullpen. Now pitching for the Nighthawks is number 19, Jacob Lassier. Today's call to the bullpen is presented by Wendy's, located at 88 Pine Tree Way in Dahlonega. Jacob Lassier, the right-handed pitcher, senior, Alpharetta, Georgia. Had senior day yesterday here at Bob Stein Stadium. Pitched twice against Georgia College earlier in the season. Pitched just over 4 innings against the Bobcats. Struck out 2 batters, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, and the 2 appearances that he had. Lassier looking to close it out for the Nighthawks. Bobcats have a runner on base, 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Hank Noonan up to bat, 1 for 4. Also looking to make the final out of the top of the 9th. One hit right on the third base line. A little foul. Down just outside, 1-1 count. Georgia looking to take at least one game in this 3-game series. They lost the last 2 games, last 3 overall to Georgia College. A high fly ball into center field. Andrew Zapata going towards the warning track will make the 3rd out, and we head to the bottom of the 9th, and we'll see if the Nighthawks can stage a comeback. You're watching UNG Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. North Georgia trailing by 2 to Georgia College, 9-7. We'll see if the Nighthawks have any magic left here in the bottom of the 9th. To pull off a comeback. They went up 6-0 early in the game. Bryson Stripling up to bat, then Andrew Zapata, Noah Darden will all get a shot here in the final game of the regular season for North Georgia. First pitch to Stripling just outside from John Raines. Right down the middle to Stripling. 1 ball, 1 strike. And outside, ball 2. College does have 2 pitchers warming up in their bullpen. He's going to hit a bomb out into left field, into right field, but Brandon Bellflower able to make the catch. It's 1 out. Drew Zapata, the leadoff hitter for the Nighthawks this season. Potentially up for his last at-bat at home in the Steiner as a sophomore. Pitch upstairs from John Raines. Quickly a 1-2 count for Opata. Opata taking a major step up from last year when he was a freshman. Seen this North Georgia lineup lead younger the past 2 seasons. 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Opata swings at that one, and that one gets down. Opata to first. Now you have Noah Darden up to bat. Darden this year, the freshman out of West Forsyth High School in Cumming, Georgia.
Number 37, Noah.
Shown why he's second in the batting lineup and is the designated hitter. 367 batting average this season. Darden, 2 home runs on the season. Hits one here, tie the game at 9 apiece. did hit a home run recently on April 23rd against West Georgia, darting a high fly ball. This one going to land into the glove of Evan Cowan, bringing us to 2 outs. Now the potential final batter, Philip Ard. That's to register a hit today, 0 for 4. Andrews Opada at first for the Nighthawks. Pitch way outside from Rains. Two straight balls thrown from Rains. Wild pitch. Opada will take second. 3 straight balls. John Rains. On right down the middle for strike 1. Outside, and Ard will walk to first. So North Georgia having 2 runners on base. Brady Skipper up the bat. Home run here would win the game for the Nighthawks.
Second baseman number 9, Brady Skipper.
Way outside from Rains. Brady Skipper this season. 6 home runs on the year. Hit one just yesterday against the Bobcats. Multiple hits against the Bobcats this weekend. All weekend, including today. 2 hits today, 3 hits yesterday, and 2 hits on Friday. And just upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base. Andrews Opada at second. And Philip Ard at first. That one out. Way outside for a full count. Big moment here for Brady Skipper and Bobcats pitcher John Rains. Full count. And now the bases will be loaded. That rule the ball. 2 outs. Base hit will probably tie the game. Georgia College's head coach going to talk to the mound, to talk to John Rains, see if there's a pitching change. And he does not, and Riley Frost will be up to bat. Riley Frost 2 for 4 today. Riley Frost this season, 1 home run this year. A high fly ball into left field. And is that one going to be gone? It is! A walk-off grand slam by Riley Frost. His 2nd home run of the season puts North Georgia to win this one 11-9 over Georgia College. A big home run by Riley Frost. That 2nd home run coming in clutch. The Nighthawks avoid the sweep. A walk-off grand slam where things were looking bleak for a while for the Nighthawks, but able to pull off a big win against Georgia College.
Today's final score here from Boston Stadium at Lincoln Park is Georgia College 9, UNG 11.
That's not the only time we've seen the Nighthawks walk it off this season in spectacular fashion, but what a way to end the season at home for North Georgia. A walk-off grand slam by Riley Frost. So North Georgia is going to be getting ready to play in the Peach Belt Conference Tournament next weekend. They'll be going on the road to either Georgia College or Lander. You can stay tuned to UNGathletics.com for Peach Belt Conference Tournament information, or the peachbeltconference.org to see when the times and the schedule gets released for the baseball Peach Belt Conference Tournament. That coming up next weekend. Riley Frost, a walk-off grand slam for the Nighthawks. Wins it for North Georgia in their final game of the regular season. Once again, your final score, North Georgia wins it 11-9 over Georgia College. I'm Devin Kupka, and for the entire Nighthawk Sports Network production team, we're saying so long from Dahlonega, and thank you guys for tuning in to another season of UNG Baseball, and we wish the North Georgia baseball team the best of luck in the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Once again, your final score, Riley Frost walking it off with a grand slam, 11-9 over Georgia College. Thank you guys, and have a great rest of your day.